Simply happy or realistically truthful. What you guys don't see behind the scenes. And action. Hey you guys, how y'all doing? I still want to talk about important topics that have shaped me, but not talk so much in depth about my experience, but talk about what I learned from it. Since it's February, the month of love, the month of Valentine's Day, I want to talk about love. What love is. And I looked up the definition on Google, and it says that it's a range of emotions of positive affection, intense positive feelings. What love is to me, honestly, pretty much the same thing. I think that, you know, it's so hard to define love because you can have love towards different things. You can have love towards earth. You can have love towards yourself. You can have love towards someone, but you can also have love towards a whole group of people. So I want to talk about, in particular, how important self-love is. I honestly feel like for me, since I awakened to now, I see relationships differently, and I'm actually putting in work towards myself. And I think it's something that we should talk about more,
because a lot of people don't talk about it.
It's the nasty stuff that people don't want to hear, that people don't want to do. In reality, you really need to have love towards yourself. It's important because if you have no love for you, and this is a mistake I made when I was very, very, very young, I always wanted to like give love. I never thought about giving love towards myself. And the problem with that is that you go trying to give others your love and you're not putting yourself in there in the mix at all. It really kind of makes you love people for the void that you feel, because sometimes you just want to love and you want to be loved back. But the thing is, if you don't know how to love yourself, you're not able to create boundaries between you and that person. And you're not able to have a set of rules, so to say, of how you should be loved. So this is why you need to start with yourself and learn how to love yourself first, so you can apply those rules to whoever you're in a relationship with and love each other better. And it sounds crazy. It really does, because you think, why do I have to like learn? Because that was me all the time. Best friend, like, he could see that void in me, and he could see that I wasn't loving myself correctly by the actions that I took, and how I always put my friends first, and how I always put everybody else first and not myself. And he was like, you know, you need to love you. You need to love yourself, and you need to be comfortable with that. Don't be seeking people because you feel lonely. And that's another issue. No. When you do this, you're not attracting people that are good for you. You're attracting people that are only going to make you feel that more, and that are only going to make you feel belittled, honestly. Anywhere you go, if you don't respect yourself, there's always going to be somebody that's going to take advantage of that. You know, at a job, in a relationship, it can be anywhere, honestly. You need to value yourself first, because you matter. Every single human being is worth being loved, is worth being told, I love you, genuinely. Not having a certain amount of affection in your life, not starting with you, is a problem. We feel lonely and we're just like, love me. Like, I want to be loved. I don't care by who it is, but I want to be loved. And the problem with that is, do you love you though? You loving you is how you're going to teach somebody else to love you, how to love you. If you don't prioritize you, no one else will. This is why it's important to do that self-work. And how to love yourself. There's so many ways to love yourself. You don't have to look in a mirror in your phone. Look at yourself and tell yourself, I love you. I love you for who you are. You are enough. Positive words of affirmation are very important for us human beings. Any human being to flourish, it's important to feed them positive energy, positive thoughts, positive words. You don't need nobody else to tell you this. You can do it yourself, and mean it literally. Because if you don't mean it, you can't lie to yourself. How to love yourself. One of the ways is positive words of affirmation, and this goes both ways with relationships and with the relationship you have with yourself. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. The reason why you should love yourself is because the most important relationship you have is with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're in your body. You're you. You're with you 24/7. You're with you for years, for months, however long you live, you're with you. So it really matters, and you should really treat yourself with respect, because you're stuck with you, and you're stuck with this body, and you're stuck with the human being you are for a lifetime. It's very important. Moving on to another way of loving yourself besides, words of affirmation. Gift giving is another form of expressing your love. And this, again, you can apply this with a relationship. You can apply with this with either your relationship with treat yourself. It's important. I don't mean to sound selfish here, because this is not the key. There's people on the opposite end that we need to talk about too. There's people that love themselves too much. And the key there is balance. You need to have balance. You can't love yourself. I think you're superior to everyone else, but you can't also continue to live not recognizing yourself. You really need to get to know yourself to honestly completely be able to acknowledge yourself and love yourself for who you are. You really need to take the time to know yourself and explore who you are as a person, your interests. We're so caught up with so many things that social media, that distract us from who we really are as people. And the best way to do that is to get away from all of that. Get away from TV, get away from... It might not be easy to get away from work or school, but the time you have off, don't go to Instagram. Take time and just be by yourself. Be by yourself and really think about it. Meditate, think. Who am I? What do I really like? What do I really enjoy? And if that's even difficult for you, stop everyday things, everyday little hobbies that you have. Stop them for 2 weeks. If you paint, stop painting. Stop doing it. And I know it sounds crazy. I found who I was as a human being because I was so caught up with school that I had to get away from my hobbies. That was what made me realize what I truly loved. Not having the same time to listen to music like I always did really hurt me on a soul level, because I realized how much music matters to me. There's things that certain human beings can't go through life without, and maybe you can, but you just find it so difficult. And that's why it's important to do this. That way you can find out what you really love and what you are just doing for routine, because sometimes we do things and we just do them for routine. You start a membership doing Zumba and you're just doing it to work out, but do you really enjoy it though? That's the thing. Because if you don't enjoy it, there's other forms of exercise. You just really got to get out there and explore them. You can be a sculptor, you can be a painter, you can be a makeup artist. You could be so many things, and it's just deep and there's levels to it. Like I said, it's important to really get to know ourselves, know who we are. And it'll break you down a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it hurts. Hurts being without things that you really love, especially after so much time. You just realize, man, I can't go on. I feel no purpose to my life if I don't have this. And that can help you, really find your group of people, which goes to the fourth thing of how to love yourself. After you found who you are as a human being, what you need to find what people align with you. You don't really sit there and pay attention, Are my goals and this person's goals aligned truly? Or are we totally different human beings? And it's okay to be different. It's okay to have differences. But you really got to be careful about who you let in your intimate circle. It's very important. There's people that are going to have your back always. And then there's people that are there for a good time. There's 3 types of friends. There's friends that are going to give you the idea of how to organize a party. And then there's friends that are going to go to your party and be with you throughout the party. And then there's the few friends that are going to help you pick up after the party. And those are the ones who count. Those are your tribe. It's really difficult to align with who you are because you need to know you. Along with that is going to bring a positive relationship, in my opinion. You really have to differentiate between people who has pure intentions and who's only there for a good time and who's only, an acquaintance. I think that's the key to starting a good relationship, is to really get to know you, really get to know the people around you and why they're around you. I wouldn't say necessarily go out there and look for somebody. I've come to terms with destiny, and I have a huge amount of faith, and I say, I don't want nothing that's not for me, because I've forced different subjects with different hobbies And the worst thing and the most painful thing to force is a relationship that's not meant for you. It's the most painful thing there is, because you know deep down that person doesn't love you, or they love you but they cause you pain. It's toxic. Really get to know the person. I want to get into this topic much more in another video and talk about it more thoroughly, how to align with the relationship that's meant for us, the true relationship. And I just really wanted to talk about this because, you know, it's Valentine's Day and there's so many people that are they're lonely, they're deprived of affection, and they try to look for it elsewhere, and they end up looking for it in places that they shouldn't. And there can be very negative consequences with that. If I can help anybody not make that mistake, I'm here. I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be independent. It's okay to love yourself. But don't think that nobody loves you. You can love you. Be you to love yourself first. The universe will always love you. That's my opinion. I had to take a huge step in finding that perfect relationship. I take that back. No such thing as a perfect relationship. How to take the proper leap into finding the correct person, your life partner, and how to align with them is to love yourself and to follow all of these steps. And I really encourage them because they will develop you as a person. Those are some tips right there for you. I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I love you guys. In case you guys are new here, my name is Shorty100. Here we keep it simply happy or realistically truthful. I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of my videos. I try to post different things every week. I try to do covers, skincare videos, and I try to push in a few trending videos here and there. If you like this video, let me know. Thumbs up or subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next Monday.